Hey everybody, welcome to the Lake County Sentinel Sports Extra Cavs pregame report. Cavs versus the Milwaukee Bucks, a home opener here at Rocket Arena tonight. This pregame is brought to you by CT Roofing and Power Washing, the official roofer of the Lake County Sentinel. The Cavs will take on the Bucks tonight, as I said. The Bucks are 2-0 this season. They are 1-0 on the road as they defeated Washington on opening night in their home opener, 133-120. And then they traveled to Toronto and played the Raptors on Friday night and beat them 122-116. You know, not exactly two of the top teams in the East, although I think Toronto might be a little better this year. So not really, you can't really judge a lot by those two games. The Cavs, of course, opened up in New York and then traveled just across town to Brooklyn and played the Nets on Friday after losing 119-111 on opening night. There were a lot of factors in that game. They're shorthanded without Garland, Strus, and Hunter. And then, they just didn't play well either. They looked out of sync. And I think that's early in the season, this kind of thing that happens. Also, let's be honest. The officiating was typical of what you see in New York. It was horrible officiating, giving the Knicks every break, missing calls when the Knicks would manhandle a Cavs player. It was just typical of what happens, when you go to Madison Square Garden. It's not like it just started on opening night this year. It's been like that forever. Madison Square Garden, the Knicks get the calls. Boston Garden, the Celtics get the calls. It's just how it is in the NBA, and you know that. 36 foul shots for the Knicks, 18 for the Cavs. Come on. It was a good job, the NBA office would have said to Ed Malloy, Jason Gable, and Matt Khalil. Good job, guys. So, last season the Cavs swept the Bucks 4-0. The Bucks do hold the all-time series lead, 131-105. But the Cavs do have the advantage at home in Cleveland, which includes the Cleveland Arena, Richfield Coliseum, and Rocket Arena. So I guess you could say at home in Cleveland and Richfield. So but the Cavs do hold that advantage, 65-53. Let's hope they can make it 66 tonight and treat the sellout crowd here at Rocket Arena to a win after another disappointing Sunday by the Browns. Disappointing, but expected by the Browns. So that's I think that's pretty much it for this pregame. It'll be interesting to see. This third game now. They're getting more acquainted with each other. Having guys starting that have not started before. Jalen Tyson, and guys like that. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this develops. 1-1, you don't go 15-0 every year. Obviously, you don't go 15-0 pretty much any year. So last year was an anomaly. And, what Cavs fans should be focusing on is, will this team be ready when the last week in April comes? That's what Cavs fans should be. Will they be healthy? Will they be ready when the third week in April comes and the playoffs begin? So I think that's pretty much it here. And I think that, we'll see you after the game for another post-game show. But tip-off is at 6. It's about 6:10. It's always 10 after the hour when they say it's a 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock start. And if it's a 6:30, 7:30 start, it's usually like 7:40, 6:40. So we'll probably be underway about 6:10 tonight. And hopefully you'll be able to watch the game. It's on FanDuel tonight. That'll be the first one on FanDuel of the season. So that will be pretty much it. So we will talk to you later after the game. I'm Tim Shirer, and that's all I got for now. And hopefully everybody has a good night and watch the Cavs bring home a victory.